Hey, we are back with episode 3 of The Final Verdict. This time we're looking at Countdown to Extinction and Youthanasia, so let's get into it. Now this is where we start getting into what I like to call my Megadeth. I can't remember exactly when I first heard Countdown to Extinction, but I know it was one of the first Megadeth albums I ever bought. I have this hazy memory of Symphony of Destruction being a radio hit back in the early 90s. It's one of those songs that just floats around in the background of your life until you finally realize how good it is. And Countdown was a real shift for the band, a preview of the direction they'd follow for the rest of the 90s. It marked a move away from the straight-up thrash and into more melodic metal and hard rock territory. And let's be real, it also kicked off Dave Mustaine's not-so-subtle mission to outdo Metallica. Double platinum wasn't enough, not while his old band was out there breaking records with the Black Album. Coming off the heels of Rust in Peace, I totally get why Countdown stirred some backlash at the time. It's still metal, absolutely, but it's slicker. There's more polish, more hooks, and a cleaner production, thanks in no small part to Max Norman. But make no mistake, this shift wasn't just about sound. This was strategy. Mustaine clearly saw what Megadeth pulled off in 1991 and thought, okay, now it's my turn. Now, did Countdown reach the same massive heights as the Black Album? No. But it still went double platinum, and that's no small feat, especially for a band that came out of the underground thrash scene. Over time, this album has earned its spot as one of Megadeth's best, and I'd agree with that. Songs like Symphony of Destruction, Sweating Bullets, and the title track, absolute classics. But hey, it's not perfect. There's some filler in the mix, like Captive Honor, Architecture of Aggression, and High Speed Dirt. Those three don't do much for me. They're fine, but forgettable compared to the highlights. Still, Countdown to Extinction is a major moment, a bold move from a band refining their sound without totally selling out. It's a milestone for what many fans consider the classic Megadeth lineup. And it's the album that set the stage for what I think is their true peak. In 1994, we get Youthanasia. Countdown is a very good album, and I'm giving it 4 Vic Rattleheads. Youthanasia is the album that turned me from a Megadeth fan into a Mega fan. Pretty sure I picked this up at a pawn shop along with Cryptic Writings and Countdown to Extinction. One of those lucky grabs where you walk out with a stack of CDs and end up discovering something that sticks with you for life. From the moment I hit play, I was hooked. This album lived in my car CD player back in the early 2000s. Constant rotation, driving around town, I just couldn't get enough. It's so catchy, so hook-driven, this is peak melodic Megadeth. Now, a lot of people will point to Risk as the band's attempt to go mainstream, but honestly, I think Youthanasia does that way more effectively. It's still heavy, it's still powerful, definitely at least a hard rock record, if not flat-out metal in some places. It's not as light or experimental as some of the moments on Risk, and yet it's easily their most accessible album. If this record couldn't launch Megadeth deeper into the mainstream after the success of Countdown, then nothing was going to do it. And look, I get it, there are plenty of Megadeth fans who swear by the band's 80s material and who consider Rust in Peace the absolute pinnacle. And I respect that. Those records are incredible. But for me, this is the golden era. Countdown to Extinction started Dave Mustaine's push towards a more mainstream sound, and Youthanasia perfected it. If Countdown was the blueprint, Youthanasia was the finished product. I mean, the album was just one killer song after another. You've got the pounding Reckoning Day, the groove of Train of Consequences, the haunting Family Tree, and the classic semi-ballad A Tout le Monde. Then you've got Victory, which is a brilliant nod to the band's past, while Elysian Fields and I Thought I Knew It All are 2 of my all-time favorite Megadeth songs, hands down. This is the sound I first connected with. So yeah, I lean towards this era over the earlier thrash and speed metal. I still love the older material, don't get me wrong, but I think Megadeth is at their best when Dave is writing tight, hooky, melodic hard rock songs with just the right dose of metal edge. So it should come as no surprise, I'm giving this one 5 Vic Rattleheads. That's all for now. Like, follow, share, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do, and stick around for the next one.